Lesson 9. Don't wait for tomorrow. Words of wisdom. Do all the good you can today. Do not wait for any other day. Children, come let's see a story which makes you understand the words of wisdom. Do all the good you can today. Do not wait for any other day. There it goes, cried Tekchin as he threw little crumbs into the pond. Do fish eat bread? St. Parker asked eagerly. Watch and see for yourself, Sonny, came the reply of his watchful father. No sooner did the crumbs touch the surface of the pond than the open mouth of the fish rose to grab them. The larger fish got the big share, while the little ones tried to get whatever they could. Tiny Tink, the smallest of all fish, was about to gobble up a crumb when an old big fish cried, "Out of the way, that is mine." He took the crumb and gobbled up it in no time. Poor Tiny Tink had to go hungry. How mean! Had I been the little fish, I would not have given up that crumb to the fish, cried little Parker. Yes, said Tekchin. Then there would have been another danger. Both the fish and the crumb would have disappeared into the belly of the big fish. Tiny Twink swam away under the spreading lotus leaves. The big fish dived into the depths of the ponds, and the children left the park. The troubled waters again became calm. Tiny Tink was hungry. He came up to the surface again. He went about looking for some forgotten crumbs, but there was nothing left. An idea struck Tiny Tink. He leapt over the leaves of the lotus flowers. Yes, there were a few crumbs spread over the flower. But how could this little fish get them? He decided to beg the flowers for them. Tiny Twink swam gracefully to the first flower and said, "Beautiful flower, can you give me that breadcrumb that lies across your face? I have had nothing to eat today." "I'm sorry, little one. The sun has set and I must go to bed. Tomorrow I shall give it to you for breakfast." "Thank you. Good night," Tiny Tink sadly answered, as it was to be a supperless night. Tiny Tink did not lose hope. He went to the second floor. "Beautiful sister, I have been starving since this morning. Could you pass me the breadcrumb that rests on your petal?" The lotus smiled and, bending over gently, dropped the crumb near Tiny Tink. "Thank you very much, dear sister. It will be a good night for me. Goodbye." The next morning the sun rose with its usual splendor and the lotus flowers bloomed forth. Tiny Tink woke up with a smile. He remembered that the first lotus had promised him his breakfast. He greeted all the lotus flowers on his way with a cheerful good morning. He was sorry to see the petals of the first lotus still closed. It was bent to one side, it was dead. Tiny Tink inquired from the other flowers about how did it happen. They told him that breadcrumb which lay on the floor had absorbed water. It got swollen and caused the death of the flower. Tiny Tink looked at the flower and shed a tear for his beautiful sister. Only one lesson can be drawn from this story. Whatever good you can do, do it today. You may not get a chance to do it tomorrow.